yesterday. Are you aware of your sack numbers? Obviously, fans and media are into that sort of thing. Do you know how many you have? Do you keep track of it at all?
I mean, yeah, afterwards, obviously, my mom's the one who keeps track. She's the one who tells me. But I know it's what, 3.5 now, something like that.
It is. Yeah. Is that, and I know obviously you're measured on far more than that. You're measured on pressures. You're measured on how you contain the run as an edge player. But did you have a sack goal coming in? And is 3.5, you think, a good number for a rookie after 11 NFL games?
I really didn't try to set too many expectations on myself, just so that I could manage it. Like, I didn't want to come in with over lofty expectations to say, oh, I need 10 plus sacks or else, I don't feel like I've succeeded or anything like that. I feel like that's kind of setting myself up to fail, because the reality is you can, have a lot less numbers and still be productive and still, learn and improve every week and, do good things. And so for me, it's not necessarily, see Christian over here, say what's up. It's not necessarily the numbers that are more important to me as the production and stuff, like I said before. But obviously, it's always nice to get to the quarterback, man. I love getting sacks. It's great for the team, great for everybody. So,
thank you,
David.
So, Jaelan, there's a little bit of a difference between Lamar Jackson and Joe Flacco. So I'm curious what the thought was inside the defensive meetings when you found out that the Jets were going to be starting Joe Flacco on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's different game plans. Like, every week is a different game plan, regardless of who it is. But, obviously there's a pretty stark difference between a guy like Lamar Jackson and then an older guy like Joe Flacco. Not that he's not athletic in his own regard, but, he's obviously more of a pocket passer. And so, this week we still wanted to be aggressive. And when it comes to rushing the passer against guys who are less likely to, roll out of the pocket and like be very elusive, you can kind of be more aggressive in your rush, and it kind of changes things up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we game planned, this game, and I think we executed for the most part. Definitely some things to improve on. But obviously most important was that we got the win. So.
Did you personally think, okay, Flacco's back there, I should be able to take this guy down?
I mean, it's I called it out. Like, I've been trying to, manifest it. So I always tell my friends, I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna get a sack. But I mean, I wasn't underestimating him by any means. I know obviously he's an elite quarterback. He's won Super Bowls. He's been doing this thing for a long time. So yeah, definitely didn't underestimate him, but was definitely glad to be able to get back there.
Omar.
I know this is not a favorable thing to address, but the penalty that you had with the shove, maybe not shove, what were you thinking? And do you feel like there was a bit of acting involved, or was that just, a bad mistake?
Yeah, I mean, that's just me. I know better than that, and obviously that won't happen again. But it's just in the heat of the moment. Obviously, sometimes you make mistakes. So something I got to own up to. It's not. Yeah, that's not great, not smart.
David?
Hey, Jaelan. I want to ask you from the team perspective. We usually ask you guys questions from your individual perspective, but the team perspective, what the differences felt like within your first NFL season from that early impression of a 7-game losing streak to now reeling off 3 straight?
The thing is, I feel like as players and even as coaches, like as a staff in general, I feel like our energy has always been very optimistic and very positive. Like, even during that 7-game winning streak, I didn't feel like, every day I came into the facility, people were hanging their heads and people were, just down and out and worried about that. I think everybody realized that we were really close. We just had to execute better, and we just had to do the little things better. And so, I think the energy in the building is great right now. Obviously, it's great to win 3 in a row, but, our focus is just in, continuing to improve and stacking these days and stacking these weeks. So right now, obviously, we got Carolina ahead of us, so that's what our focus is on.